Hi everyone, it's session 3. Yippee! And we must be halfway through the week now. So session 3, and we're going to make our writing even more exciting today. Still thinking about adjectives and describing things. So we're going to look at these sentences, and it says, the water is like icicles on my toes. The water is as cold as the Arctic breeze. What do you notice? Why are like and as in bold? What word do we use to describe something when we compare two things that are similar? Okay, so these are the words that we're looking at. We've got these two words, like and as. Okay, we're going to find out all about them. Right, so today we're learning about similes. So we're going to be using literary devices to add coherency to my writing. And we're going to be learning about similes. This was drawing on the board instead of moving things, which doesn't help. Okay, so a simile compares two things using the words like or as. A simile describes something by comparing it to something else using like or as. A simile is a useful way to describe something without using a long list of adjectives. It can create a vivid image in the reader's minds and help us to engage and absorb them. Okay, so when we're trying to compare things, we try and think of two things that might be similar. For example, let's look at some examples. The fire is as hot as a volcano. That works because volcanoes are hot, fire is hot. So we can say the fire is as hot as a volcano. You imagine a volcano is really, really, really hot. The people are as worried as grass. Does that work? Let's see if that works. I'm not sure the grass gets very worried about anything unless it's worried about being eaten by animals. But I don't think grass really gets worried. The firefighter is like a superhero. Well, that's true, because they do really brave things, don't they? They go in to fight fires, they rescue people. London is as cramped as a park. Well, cramped means stuck in a small place, but is London a small place? I don't think it is. I think it's quite a big place, actually. Don't think that one works. The fire is like a hot oven. Well, yeah, ovens are hot. And a fire is hot, so that must work as well. Okay, let's have a go at writing some of our own. So thinking about the picture of the fire, you'll have all these pictures on session 3 for the blended learning. So what is fire like? Well, we already know that fire is really hot. So if I'm thinking of something that is also hot, my idea was that fire is hot like an oven. So I could say fire is hot. Should I say like or as? I can say either actually, either would make sense. A fire is hot like an oven. Like an oven. Okay, you must have that word either like or as in there. It doesn't matter which one, as long as it makes sense. I've put, so I'm going to look at the firefighters. I think the firefighters are really brave, and something I think of as brave is a lion, actually. Lions are really brave. So I could say the firefighters are as brave as a lion. What about say the firefighter? The firefighter, oops, I'm trying to spell firefighter wrong. Firefighter is as brave as a lion. One thing to note about when we're saying as is you normally say it twice. So you would say the firefighter is as brave as a lion. Okay, just a bit of a little helpful hint, should we say. I was thinking of London, and I was thinking actually London back in 1666, I think it was very smelly. And the reason it was very smelly is because all the horses used to go up and down the roads, and they just used to poo wherever they wanted to poo. So I think it must have been very smelly, and I think it must have smelt like a farmyard. So I'm going to say London smelt. London smelt as bad as bad as a farmyard. Farm yard. Okay, so London's about as bad as a farmyard. I'm going to let you think about what the people are like. Okay. So steps to success today. If we're in school, we're going to be looking at the working wall to help us. But you need to make sure that you're comparing things that have similar characteristics. So if you can't find things that are two hot things, two cold things, firefighter, and something that is also brave, use the words like and as to compare. Okay, have fun, everybody. See you tomorrow.